Good morning, everyone. Ben here, back for another daily crypto market analysis from Collective Shift. Let's jump into the markets. We have just recently launched our new crypto assets list, which is not like CoinGecko. This is our list of reviewed assets, which you can jump in here and check out all of our latest analysis on each individual asset. You can check that out over at collectiveshift.io. Bitcoin extends rally after biggest gain in year. The largest cryptocurrency was higher after jumping 14% on Monday, the biggest gain since February 2021. So far, the price has stopped just shy of 45,000. Bitcoin's performance on Monday took the price back to where it stood in early February, well before it became clear that Russia was planning to invade Ukraine. The risks from a prolonged war prompted many crypto investors to worry that a new cloud over the economy might sap demand for Bitcoin, but the market sentiment turned quickly, and now some traders are speculating the Federal Reserve might soften any plans to tighten monetary policy aggressively. Our latest update from Checkmate for Collective Shift members spoke about whilst the world grapples with some very real geopolitical and macro risks, hodlers stayed the course. For weeks now, we've been exploring how strong the resolve of Bitcoin has been. And we spoke about this for members a couple of weeks ago when Bitcoin crashed to 32, 33 levels, is that this happens time and time again in Bitcoin. It's happened more than 5 or 6 times, and it will turn around. Short-term volatility isn't a reason to sell. It's still the same asset that you bought. Nothing has changed. If anything, it's becoming more bullish in terms of what's going on in the world right now. So if we accept that hodlers are the only ones that remain, hodlers always withdraw their coins, as most Bitcoiners do, meaning they withdraw their coins off exchanges into their wallets. Hodlers are in tune with the macro, and most Bitcoin podcasts are macro focus, then it stands to reason that on-chain will give immense insight into their behavior. If we see them buying, eventually the supply squeeze will happen. Bitcoin is a fixed supply asset after all. And hodlers are more bullish than ever. This has been the most incredible market to analyze. I personally have learned so much recently, particularly over the last 3 months, watching the world adjust to some seriously weird realities that has been eye-opening. But if this current price bounce turns out to be the price floor, my personal conviction in on-chain is actually lifted immensely. As you can probably tell, it is already higher than most people. I literally have bet my career on it. What a ride. That's from Checkmate posting Collective Shift members yesterday. And basically what he's talking about is we've been looking at the charts for a little while now in the on-chain analysis, showing that the only people that were selling Bitcoin over the last few months since December are those people that bought in the last 6 to 12 months. Meaning people chased the hype, Bitcoin plummeted due to everything that was going on in the world, and they sold. And the people that held and were buying more were those that have been around for a long time. The OGs, the whales, the institutions were buying more during that time. The only people that were selling were retail. So well done for those that held strong and continued to buy. This was really interesting as well. So the ruble trading pair volumes surge on Binance after Russia's invasion of Ukraine. So with Russia becoming increasingly closed off to the financial world following its invasion of Ukraine, it appears Russian investors are becoming increasingly active in the crypto market. Since Russia staged its invasion, average volumes of ruble pairs on crypto exchange Binance have surged, increasing to an average of 35.8 million per day compared to 11 million per day before the invasion began. So this is basically showcasing the Russian people starting to move their money from banks in cash into Bitcoin. In light of everything that's going on in Russia, there's been talks of bank runs, there's been photos of Russian people lining up at the banks, withdrawing all their money. It's quite scary if you're in Russia right now. So exchanges that allow onboarding for ruble pairs will see huge demand, given that is almost the only way to get out of the ruble for many. Banks have shut down its facilities, one exchange executive told The Block. And you can see there on video the trading volumes of Bitcoin to ruble on Binance. Staggering. Now, Elizabeth Warren, amongst everything, is now talking about cryptocurrencies risk undermining sanctions against Russia, allowing Putin and his cronies to invade economic pain. US financial regulators need to take this threat seriously and increase their scrutiny of digital assets. And there's a post here on Reddit. So Elizabeth Warren is yet again hitting out on crypto, claiming Russia could use it to evade sanctions. Yet all evidence points to democratic country Ukraine using and has received 20 million in crypto donations. Why not support what's going on instead of creating a non-story to spread FUD? Shame. Elizabeth Warren has historically been very, very bearish on crypto and continues to post FUD in the middle of actually a lot of good that's going on in terms of crypto donations to Ukraine. Now, the US have also asked crypto exchanges to freeze Russian accounts, crypto accounts, and Binance came out recently and said, no, we won't be doing that because that goes against what the crypto ecosystem is all about. In comparison to other fintech companies, I think Wise have shut down Russian bank accounts. And I guess that's a real difference between crypto and the real, or not the real, the non-crypto financial world. Crypto is actually being used for what it's for, but instead the government create a non-story to serve their vested interests of slamming crypto. How pathetic could all of this get? She just wants an opportunity to somehow link it to hit out against crypto, using her public and visible position to spread her own agenda when the country that's most affected by what's going on is actually using crypto for the betterment of its people in their present terrible situation. Ukraine have received $20 million in crypto donations. It's just been absolutely staggering. But of course, Elizabeth Warren continues to hit out on crypto. In other news, Bitcoin miners brought in just over $1 billion in revenue during February. It's astonishing. These Bitcoin miners are producing a lot of revenue through the algorithms that they solve to close transactions on the blockchain. $1.05 billion in February, which is quite staggering. Total revenues in October were $1.72 billion and have been falling since. They hit an all-time high in March 2021 with a total of $1.75 billion. So revenues have revenue totals have consistently been dropping for the fourth consecutive month, and that's due to the transaction fees have been slowly reducing. FC Barcelona plans to create its own cryptocurrency report. The club has rejected offers to be associated with crypto enterprises because it wants to develop its own cryptocurrency and its own metaverse. We've seen so many sporting organizations and a range of different businesses, companies, membership groups trying to jump on the bandwagon and create their own NFTs and metaverse play. And the Spanish soccer giant FC Barcelona now wants to do the same. I'm not a big soccer fan, but with over 160,000 members and its shareholders, it is the most valuable soccer club in 2021 according to Forbes. So that could be interesting for those that follow Barcelona. Nick Sibiris, one of our senior analysts, also did a wrap up of the metaverse recently for members, and he's done a nice write up on the metaverse projects, grouping them with current metaverses and their roadmaps, and he's given his quick thoughts on each of the top 13 metaverses. His takeaway at the moment is that despite the potential for the metaverse, he's seeing an alarming trend of new metaverse or land sales everywhere. Many raise funds quickly on the back of promises and very little actual development or proven ability to execute. Some things to keep in mind if you're investing in the metaverse. Lots of red flags. Some projects featured in the above table have some red flags, namely Wilder World, Blocktopia, and Everdome. Some have outdated roadmaps, lack of communication, lack of information, and unclear how much experience some of these teams have in game development. Game development is hard. The Sandbox has a vast development team and financial backing, while Decentraland has shown how difficult it is to execute. If the team is small and without a studio to help build it, they could find it hard to deliver the world. Some really good information there that Nick's given out, so you can jump onto Collective Shift and read that if you're interested. Collective Shift, we are also giving away an MEV army, so you can join by heading over to collectiveshift.io, and to enter, all you need to do is follow our socials. We're trying to build up our social media, so if you want to jump across and follow us on Twitter and subscribe on YouTube, you can enter our NFT giveaway. So just head to collectiveshift.io. Actually, head to our Twitter, and we've got this in one of our latest posts. If you're a newcomer to crypto, head over to Collective Shift again under resources. There's a range of different beginner resources here, absolutely free. We've done so much work on tutorials and educational material, which you can jump over and check that out. For more intermediate and advanced users, we also have some investing resources, trading resources, how-to guides, portfolio structure, staking, income generating resources. We've got so much information there. You can jump over and check that all out. That's absolutely free. And if you're wanting to become a premium member to Collective Shift, you receive ongoing alerts. You can see our portfolio, what we're buying and what we're selling across our 3 different portfolios, including NFTs, long-term and short-term. And you get a personalized content feed, all of our alerts. You get a one-on-one onboarding call with our member success department, and you can jump on there for a 14-day free trial. Absolutely no cost to you up front. So you can jump over there at collectiveshift.io and check it out. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe for more of these daily updates. I'm Ben from Collective Shift, and I hope you enjoyed. Thanks. Bye for now.